Let's get into it.
On the right side here, yeah. Dude, the Robs are going to look too similar to me, I'm just going to say, from this far away, so hopefully we get it right. And also, just a reminder for the viewers at home, this is best of 5 territory now, so we got a little bit of time to make some adjustments here. It's been best of 3 up until this point.
Yeah, so definitely going to be a little bit more of a controlled pace because you got to have that stamina to last it out through a best of 5 as well. You got to keep some of those tricks in for those later games in the set. But so far, we're looking at some pretty standard neutral coming out. Just trying to feel each other out, find some openings, a lot of fairs, very low committal moves, throwing projectiles back and forth. The classic Rob Ditto play.
Yeah, and it looks like both Robs are playing this spin-to-win sort of game plan right now. Ripcord had Retrobot on the ropes right there, but it seems like the name of the game is ledge trapping in this particular matchup because neither character really wants to be too far away from each other. Rob definitely plays that mid-range super well, but how do you get back to stage?
Yeah, and it was Retrobot on the ropes for a little bit, but just that one solid interaction looks like it may have turned the tables, but actually Ripcord able to make it back pretty quick. Still going back and forth, trading blows here. Big grab coming up from Ripcord. Let's see what it comes out with. That actually kills it. What?
Yeah, Mario Kart DI on that one. Had to take a bit of a guess which way the upper was going to go, and now a bit of a combo coming out from Ripcord. And it's always so scary getting comboed in those positions because you never know what could happen. If you're in the wrong position, you can just die super early.
Yeah.
But still a lot of percent racked up for the side of Ripcord.
Yeah, and a lot of extra credit on the ground already here too. So Ripcord already putting some distance here in this game 1. Just playing just that little bit better in the neutral, and that's in the Ditto. That really is what makes or breaks a game a lot of the time.
Yeah, and one thing that I've noticed throughout the set is both Robs are opting to play pretty grounded, to throw out those gyros, throw out forward tilts and down tilts to neutral break rather than going for that nair. And I wonder if Rob just has the tools to be able to deal with it. That being said, Ripcord is already up 3 stocks to 1 and is looking really, really solid coming into this game. No me Brawler on the screen, just classic robot.
Yeah, and you do have to play very grounded in this Ditto because that nair that you're so used to having as like a safety tool in a lot of matchups, there's just a lot of ways Rob can actually deal with his own nair, especially projectile pressure. That nair does not keep you safe from projectiles. Big up smash. Retrobot trying to find one stock to call their own here to at least keep this game alive, but man, Ripcord is just so hard to lock down. Look at all this movement. It's just so slippery.
Oh, was that the burner boost into back air?
Woo!
And a 3-stock and a statement coming out from Ripcord to start out this game 1.
Yeah, Ripcord's coming into top 60-40 to win. Hi, I'm back here. I didn't realize we could see each other or see ourselves. This is pretty cool. Yeah, no, so yes, really, really, really solid game 1 there from Ripcord. There is going to be some adjustment needed. Retrobot is going to the me Brawler this time, so let's see how that goes. That could change things up. We do, of course, got the suit. We got the Sans helmet. You gotta love the representation there, man. If you're gonna play me Brawler, you gotta have the Sans head. I think that's like a requirement. I know other people don't do it. I don't agree with that. And this is already looking a lot more manageable. Retrobot's been able to get in just a little bit more often, but it's still looking like Ripcord's show to start things off here. Down tilts into the trip. A good grab and a lot of pressure coming out here with the suplex, shaking things up.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of that momentum from that last set has been quelled by the me Brawler pick. It actually does end up getting a stock on the board. Retrobot with a little bit of this pressure. And I mean, you play a character like me Brawler in this situation, you want to get as much of that damage as you possibly can. That is what you're looking for in a matchup like this. And it seems like Retrobot has done a great job of that so far, but Ripcord's got him on the ropes right now, having to use those shot puts in order to try and find his way back to stage. And Ripcord letting him on safely, but not letting him get too out of hand. Has to use the flip jump. Doesn't have the side B recovery. No BDK.
Oh, that was a big risk going for the suplex off ledge like that, but does get away with it. Able to reset to something resembling neutral here, but at this percentage, anything could kill you. The up throw is going to do it. Even stocks, not a lot of extra credit, so Retrobot still has a ways to go to even this setup.
Oh, and I love just how raw that call out was on the up B with the high recovery, not letting Ripcord breathe even for a moment. But both of these characters have such great advantage states against each other that I wouldn't be too surprised whichever direction this set ends up taking the wind. And having that gyro in hand is actually going to make it much more difficult for Ripcord to approach, because yeah, you can just do that side B in neutral as a mix-up. That being said, Ripcord getting a little bit of good damage on himself, and I love this juggle that he's putting him in.
Yeah, I'm going to say, like, even though you don't get a lot of value off of it, there's something that's just kind of messed up about a move that's a gap closer and a command grab at the same time. Like, it's a burst option and you can't shield it. That puts a lot of pressure on someone.
Nice up air right there. And Ripcord taking the setback in his control just a little bit and has Retrobot off stage. And I think the one position where he struggled as both characters is finding his way in and just running straight into the gyro. Gets hit by the down smash, and Retrobot having a hard time figuring out the mix on his own character.
That was a certified gyro moment right there to take that stock. Ripcord looking pretty comfortable now. That said, I mean, we did see that first stock taken at a relatively low percent off like one offstage interaction. So, you know, Ripcord's still got to be pretty careful here, but getting that opening grab might be enough to open him up. Ooh, good reversal though.
Yeah, and I think he was trying to go for the kick, but wasn't too confident in it, and that could cost him some percent here. He wants to take this as soon as possible because you may have 5 games to play around with, but you don't want to take it the distance as either player here. And Retrobot is just having such a difficult time closing these stocks out for Ripcord.
I respect the gusto of just, I'm going to grab gyro and I'm going to camp you. That's so mean, but it's working. Like, look, it's so hard for Rob to just lock Retro down now without that gyro as a tool. And Ripcord's just, you know, Retro's just kind of like chilling at a distance and waiting for an opening. That big grab though, ooh, that might be the beginning of the end here. Let's see.
Yeah, because even though he does have the game plan on lock, Ripcord is just finding ways around it just a little bit. He's able to poke through with these down tilts, and he's got the read on pretty much every grab. I think his grab hit rate is dang near 100% on this, so.
Yeah, I mean, Retro now, though, starting to claw back some momentum, playing very careful. When do you throw this gyro? At some point, you got to throw this gyro, right? Like.
Oh, and now is the opportunity, but doesn't take it. Actually, just opt for the suplex, and yeah, it's good damage, but it's a little bit stale, and it's not going to net you a whole lot of great positioning because Ripcord is back in center stage, and now all of a sudden Retrobot completely scrambling to get his hands onto this robot, is stuck without a jump off stage. Ripcord lets it back up, and the up there is going to take it, and Ripcord goes up 2-0. In a pretty convincing fashion. I mean, that game was much closer, but still.
Okay, I just respect the self-control for somebody to just not press the A button for 2 full minutes. I can't do that. My character is built around hitting the A button a lot, and even if I know I need to hold an item in camp, I'm just not capable of it. I'm sorry. So when I see someone else do it, I gotta, win or lose, I gotta respect that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, Retrobot did seem to have the game plan on lock. I think the biggest thing for them is they just needed to find their way to get in and open this Rob up for more damage, because that's the whole goal that Brawler has, is you want to get in your opponent's face to do that damage. And I think Retrobot slowing the game down and being content to take these grabs, it was good enough to put him on the board in terms of stocks, but I don't know if it's going to be good enough to take a game. And when Ripcord is starting out doing 58-60% unanswered, you really have to find your way in.
Man, going for the thrupper there, just on the jump call out in neutral, kind of crazy. It only gets you 14%, but it did, you know, it connected. So I guess I can't be too critical, but it's not a long-term opening. It doesn't actually get you into an advantage state here. And that's what we're seeing a lot, is that Retro is finding these hits, but it's not the hits that really need to happen to really let Retro get in the driver's seat. It needs to be some kind of combo opener, something that they can really push advantage off of. The suplexes are nice, chip. Shot put every once in a while is great, but we need a solid nair that lets us set up into, you know, some kind of smash attack or some kind of combo off-stage interaction, right?
Yeah, little nair, little up air, down tilt, just something to get a little bit more damage. But that being said, he is winning these neutral interactions quite consistently. If he can keep this up with Ripcord, he might be able to take the stock, but he commits just a little bit too much to that thrupper, and he's giving Ripcord so many of these chances to be able to get in here. He does have the gyro in hand, and we'll see if he can get some kind of conversion off of it, but no, he is just very content to hold on to it, and I do admire it, but you're going to die to this up smash here, probably. No, up air is going to be
good DI
on the play. Still alive, but still in the back seat.
I feel like at some point you got to throw this gyro. I do like the idea of playing keep away, but you got to convert it into some kind of momentum here.
Yeah, because it's not really as effective of a game plan if there's no mix-up. If he understands that you're never going to throw the gyro, then it doesn't really matter too much that you're holding it, because Ripcord could just do anything else, and as we've seen, he has made plenty of good strides, even without it on the table. And yeah, Retrobot just gives up the ledge trap, actually, to go for that gyro, and I love Ripcord trying to end the stock right there and guarantee himself a really good position, but it's not going to matter too much. Gets the good mash. Now Retrobot corners himself once again, and he just can't find this finishing blow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say no hate, but it would be the Me Brawler players that can mash out of that grab that quick, right? Like I just see, listen, I like Me Brawler. It comes from a place of love, but man, they can hit buttons. Let me tell you. Yeah, but man, now down to 1 stock, and it's looking pretty grim here for Ripcord for this last game in the best of 5. You know, not how you want your top 64 starting out. One big back air, though, is going to take at least 1 stock away. Is this the beginning of a comeback, or is this just a momentary lapse in momentum from Ripcord?
Well, I did see a little bit of a combo getting started there. It looks like Retrobot is starting to make a little bit of those adaptations coming into the second stock, but we'll see if it's a little bit too little too late. He has a full stock down. Even in a matchup like this, I mean, you really need to start putting that pressure on. You have that gyro in hand, you're just throwing out these shot puts, but you're opening yourself up to getting hit by things like laser, these down tilts, and it's just rinse and repeat over and over again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Does manage to get the mash out, but then gets called out, put in the corner once again. Ripcord trying to end it off with the back air. Is this going to be a 3-0 double down tilt? Tries to find the back air once again, but still not quite going to be it. Retrobot, just a little bit of life left to breathe.
I just want to see the gyro get thrown. Throw the gyro, hit him. Let's trap with the gyro. This is the time. It's now. No!
Oh man, and I saw the startup of that thrupper too to take the stock, but down throw the up air. Oh, goes to the up smash that time, but that up air is going to be enough. Closes it out with the screen plat, and Sans Undertale is adding